Everyone's talking about SpaceX. So in this episode, I'll present to you a couple of stuff that the grid flagged about SpaceX. Sentiment mixed. Enthusiasm over SpaceX market cap surge and IPO prospects is tempered by skepticism from prominent investors like Michael Burry and warnings of a dot-com-like bubble. Watch for valuation risk, which is critical. If the IPO fails to deliver expected returns or if lockup expirations trigger heavy selling, SpaceX stock could face a significant correction. Direct-to-cell satellite services, exemplified by the AST Space Mobile launch, represent a high-growth area where SpaceX can monetize both launch, contracts, and potential own network services. Monitor lockup expiration schedules and insider selling tallies closely. While the Starlink and launch businesses have strong fundamentals, the current valuation is speculative and warrants caution for new investors. And here's top headlines. SpaceX Dragon splashes down, completing cargo mission. This demonstrates SpaceX's continued reliability in servicing the International Space Station. Each successful mission reinforces NASA's trust and maintains the steady operational cadence that forms the company's baseline revenue. Michael Burry says he's steering clear of SpaceX. No thank you. Investor Michael Burry, famous for betting against the 2008 housing market, has publicly stated he's avoiding SpaceX, calling it too risky. Burry's skepticism adds to a growing chorus of concern about SpaceX valuation ahead of its IPO. His comments highlight the debate between those who see a transformative growth story and those who fear a speculative bubble. SpaceX IPO warning, valuation echoes dot-com bubble era. The warning comes as SpaceX market cap has surged past that of Amazon, raising questions about whether the company can justify its price without near-term profitability. If other investors share this view, it could dampen demand for the IPO. Matter of fact, SpaceX is not only the top 10 company, it's actually in the top 5. Let that sink in. They just did the IPO and they're already sitting somewhere beside NVIDIA and just crossed Amazon. SpaceX venture backers debate when to cash out. Lockup periods following the IPO could trigger a wave of selling, potentially depressing the stock. The debate reflects uncertainty about whether the current high valuation will hold once insiders are free to trade. This is extremely important, especially if you are a retail trader or an investor. Right now, if you pay attention, this is the stock. Pre-market, it's sitting at $206. It surged past its pre-IPO price, which was at $135. Several new leveraged ETFs tied to Space Exploration Technologies Corp launched, including 2x long and 2x inverse versions, drawing over 1 billion combined first-day trading volume. SpaceX launches 3 Bluebird direct-to-cell satellites for AST Space Mobile. This launch marks a significant step in the emerging satellite-to-mobile broadband race. Despite being competitors, SpaceX launch services are enabling AST Space Mobile's network, creating a complex dynamic where SpaceX both competes with and serves potential rivals. And here it is. SpaceX surpasses Amazon to become world's 5th most valuable firm. And the topic that's extremely hot, and it just happened, you can see a day ago, SpaceX to buy Cursor for $60 billion. And by the way, just to add to this, they didn't pay with cash. They're paying with SpaceX stock. Yes, you heard it right. I believe only 5% or so is float and the rest of the stock is kind of locked up. Elon knows what he's doing with it. This acquisition would mark SpaceX's largest ever and a significant diversification away from its core aerospace business. It suggests SpaceX is aggressively building an AI capability that could extend its competitive moat. And the crazy part is, Cursor is just a wrapper for $60 billion. It just blows my mind. Is it a good time for retail investors to get in? Multiple sources within the intel warn that SpaceX valuation mirrors the dot-com bubble era, with investor Michael Burry publicly stating he's steering clear due to excessive risk. The data also indicates that early venture backers are debating when to cash out, and a potential wave of selling could depress the stock post-IPO. While there are opportunities such as the acquisition of Cursor and the launch of direct-to-cell services, the intel explicitly highlights concerns about the sustainability of its current market value. Ladies and gents, that's all we have for today. Until next time.